Various measures from the government to prop up the sector. India's steel industry is in the doldrums. Companies in the sector together owe banks and other lenders over 3 lakh crore rupees, and a sizable portion of this exposure is in the bad loans column. However, Shereen, Bhan and Anshu Sharma report that JSW Steel is not only an exception to this rule, it may also be a white knight. Here's why.
India's steel sector has gone from one of the hottest to being a hot potato, at least as far as the banking industry is concerned. Despite numerous steps by the government to give this sector a helping hand, steel companies continue to be highly leveraged. Some estimates peg the overall exposure of steel companies to the banking sector at over 3 lakh crore rupees. Of these, loans to the tune of over 1 lakh crore rupees are considered non-performing assets. Many of the companies that find themselves in the list of NPAs have already taken the RBI window and gone in for debt restructuring, while others are busy hunting for a white knight to bail them out. SR Steel, which owes lenders around 40,000 crore rupees, is a steel company that's struggling to come to grips with its debt burden. While the company has refused to comment on whether it is hunting for an investor to pump in some much-needed cash, it says it will soon decide on whether to go in for a debt restructuring or not.
I'm not at this point talking about the restructuring of SR Steel. I think we've made some statements. We are awaiting final decision.
In these troubling times, JSW Steel stands out. The company says its debt levels are manageable and it is on the lookout for assets it can acquire to expand its domestic and global footprint.
The bidding date is 3rd of March. So we will not be able to give more than that. It is a confidentiality agreement which we are bound by it. The company would like to grow organically and also through inorganic growth. So we have been evaluating options both in India and also overseas. Whatever acquisitions we do in future, we are guided only by that caution that we are in a position to do that. Number one, financially we are strong enough to do that. Number two is it will create value for all the stakeholders.
In keeping with this theme, JSW Steel says it's not averse to playing white knight to some of its peers. It is the sole bidder for the stressed assets belonging to Bhushan Steel and Monnet Ispat and hopes to move forward on these deals once the Joint Lenders Forum gives the necessary approvals. For the rest of the sector, however, a turnaround may be a while coming. Experts argue this will depend entirely on a revival in sectors like construction, which would then prompt an uptick in steel demand. In New Delhi with Anshu Sharma, this is Shereen, Bhan.